Baron Nick here, and I'm at a tournament at Gamestoria in New York City, hosted by Sisters of the Flame. It's around one. We're rolling off. He was first. I called odds, and he rolled evens, so he will be on the play. I am playing a deck today that I haven't shown yet on this channel. It's blue-black control. I've got full set of strip mines, sinkholes, him the Torox, the Hypnotic Specters, and I've even run City in a Bottle for some anti-Arabian Nights, anti-Library, and City of Brass, a lot of stuff, and the Djinns. I also have Time Elementals in here to bounce back stuff from your board. And I love this guy's playmat. It's the Rock Hydra artwork with a hominid or a rock lobster there coming over the cliff. And here's my hand: Ritual, Sinkhole, Island, Soul Ring, Hippie, Island. So it's kind of brutal. All black spells, all blue mana. But I'm going to keep it. I'm going to see what we can do. He starts off with a Tundra, passes to me. Island, Soul Ring, pass. Savannah, and turn to Sylvan Library, which is something I don't want to see. Swap into a Ritual. Should I cast the Hippie, or should I do the Sinkhole? I mean, what do you think? I end up sinkholing, getting rid of the blue, and that Sylvan's going to do all the... It's going to counteract all the work I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to destroy his land in his hand, and the Sylvan's going to get him whatever he needs. In fact, here, he paid the 8 leg for 2 cards and dropped a Loa. So it's not where I want to be. He's getting ahead now. But I do drop a Time Elemental that I could use. You know, if I get a chance to, which would be great, because he's only got 2 lands. If he drops a third, I can keep him on 3. There's the third. I can keep him on 3 lands. Time Elemental, but no, he Time Walks. So that's going to get him an extra turn ahead. Let's let him have 4 lands in play. So that's not cool. It's not, you know, it's countering everything I want to do again. So these decks are having a, you know, they're doing well, but I'm also still only on 1 black. And I need a second black mana to really get going. And he's... Oh, he plowed my Time Elemental. It's a 0/2 flyer. I take 5 damage if I block with it. Ooh, 2 colorless mana, kill 2 lands. That's how you want to do it. And he's down to 1 land again. Wow, my deck is doing work. I was 5 ahead of him, now I'm 4 ahead of him. He dropped the Trop. City in a Bottle. Thank you so much. What a great card. I don't know if it's $200 great, but it definitely helped me here. So he's doing his Sylvan thing, drops an Ivory Tower, and that's going to help him out with all that draw. I'm at 19 from Mana Burn from turn 1. Ooh, and I Mind Twist 5 out of 7 cards out of his hand. Let's see what I get. Come on, show those cards. That is a nice score. Demonic Tutor, Mind Twist, Counterspell, Moat, and Earthquake. And what a beautiful Earthquake, by the way. Donation. Someone donated a Beta, I guess, Earthquake. Maybe it's foreign. Looks like Beta. Very nice. This old school community is just the best. Paying 2 for regrowth on a Tundra, and that's what I want to see. That lets me know I'm doing my job. And he's not regrowing Ancestral Recall or Time Walk. No, he's got to get a land back with that card. So, I'm happy. And he's only got 3 lands. I drop a Lotus, jumping even farther ahead. I need the black anyway. I crack it for black. 2 black and a colorless up the Soul Ring. Asks about the Hippie. He lets it slide. The floating black, the floating colorless, and another black. Second Hippie gets countered. And, ow, he plows the Hippie had in play, putting me up to 21. And I haven't really paid too much attention to his life. I can't tell what he's at. But I know he's low. I try to him. This is my last card in my hand. He mana drains it. Oh man, that is rough. And this is why I run Flash Counter in his deck. Mostly to stop cards like Mana Drain. And look what he did with it. Brain Geyser himself, right back into play. 3 cards in his hand. Plus that Sylvan doing work. Yikes. And I just passed turn real fast just there. Because what am I going to do? I did hit my second black, and he takes it right away. I didn't use it, so I don't know what's in my hand, and boom, I'm back up 2 black again. So, I'm down to 1 card, though. I need draw power. I need something. I pumped this deck full of extra lands right before his tournament because 4 strip mines are legal in this format. Oh, there he tried Ancestral Recalling. I flash countered, and he countered my flash, so we got the recall off for 3. I drop a Icy Manipulator. I tap the Tropininsel, the Tropical Island, on his upkeep. But like I was saying, I pumped this deck full of land, and now it's hurting me. I'm getting, it's kicking me right back. And what's he doing? He's figuring out what's happening with his Sylvan. He's got options. All I've got that's doing anything is Icy, and then arguably that Sitting in the Bottle. Drops the Lotus, cracks for 3, plus another 3. Ooh, Mirror Universe. I remember where his life's at now. He's at 3 at this point. And I'm staring at this Mirror Universe. And I'm like, maybe I could tap it during his untap step. Like at the end of his untap step, he says no. I'm like, can I tap it at the beginning of your upkeep since it says use during your upkeep? He says no. And I don't know the rules that well. I assume he knows how these cards work, so there's nothing I can do. I could have mana burned actually right here, but I wasn't thinking. The best I could do is bring to 11. Either way, at the end of this, I'm at 3. So it's kind of bro. If I did bring to 11 with a mana burn, I couldn't fight his towers even though. So this is a rough spot. And my colors, the only way to get rid of those Ivory Towers for me is Time Elemental. And so it's a scary situation to be in. He's figuring his mana out. What's going to happen? It's a recall. Pitching 2. Strip Mine and a City of Brass. He's going to make a Time Walk and that Earthquake that I Mind Twisted out of his hand. And he's using his 2 mana there for a Time Walk, taking his Time Walk turn now. Doing his whole Sylvan thing. And all I can do is sit back and watch. I'm not having good draws this game. And what do we got going on here? Mana. Oh, he disenchanted my City and Bottle, which gives him the red mana from that City of Brass. And boom, Earthquake for 3 takes me out. Good game 1. Let's hit the sideboard and go to game number 2. Alright, we are all sideboarded up and ready to go into game number 2. Don't really remember what I put in against him. Trying to remember now. I think it was 2 Blue Elemental Blasts. And so there maybe maybe some Black Knights I threw in there. Just anti-plow aggression. Alright, let's take a look at my hand here. Him, Underground Sea ×2, Factory, Swamp, what was it, Flash Counter, and I don't know what the artifact was. I don't know, City in a Bottle maybe? I don't know. Underground Sea pass for me. Volcanic into those damn Ivory Towers. Man, those things are giving me trouble. Second Sea, oh that was the artifact, Tormod's Crypt, and I hit him for 2, nice and fast. This is what we want to make happen. Okay, counterspell looks like Fireball. Haha, great cards to remove. He drops a Tropical Island and passes to me, and I strip mine that Trop. Maybe the Volcanic would have been a better choice, but that's alright. The Sylvan Library did so much work from last turn, I'm like traumatized. Oh, Gloom, that's a sideboard card. That'll set back those plows and those disenchants, because that's what really messes me up. And what we got going here, Factory coming in for 2. Alright, he's got his damn Loa again. And coming in again with that Factory, doing some damage. He's already drawing cards. And making use of it, looks like. Drops another land. Ooh, man, I can really use a City in a Bottle now. Here's a him. He says no. Taking a damage from that City of Brass. And I flash countered it, and I got it off. Mox Ruby, and I couldn't really make out the other card was. Back to him, Mox Emerald, and Sylvan Library. On to me, drop an Island and a Mox Jet. I got whatever mana I need, and I feel safe to come in for 2, and I get it in. Doing his Sylvan thing, paying some life it looks like. And that way he can drop whatever he wants, plus draw off the Loa. So, I'm in a scary spot. Drops a Strip Mine now. And passes turn to me. And what do I got happening? I'm doing some counting. Ooh, Time Elemental. What do you say? Mother may I. Oh, it lands. Okay, great news. Playing a Swamp, coming with the Factory, it gets stripped. I think we expected that. He Ancestral Recalls for 3 cards. That's brutal. The card advantage this deck has on me is just overwhelming. You know, I'm doing my best to keep it down. And this game rather, my deck is actually doing some work, as opposed to the first game where it kind of just drew lands until it lost. Alright, Mox Pearl on his side, and pass to me. I got down to 1 card in hand again, and I've got draw power in here. I've got my Ancestral Recall, I've got books. I don't know how, you know, why I'm not drawing any draw power. I'm trying to boomerang something here. Ooh, a land, okay. So I bounce his Volcanic, keep him down to 3 lands right now, and that's great. If I had a way to get rid of those enchantments, artifacts, which I do have Energy Flux in the sideboard. Not sure if I put it in against him though. Should have, because that'd be great right now. Alright, drops his 3rd land again. And what are we gonna see? Oh man, he's changing my Gloom to make black spells cost 3 more. Oh, that is brutal. That is brutal. And he disenchants my Tormod's Crypt, which I then use in response, exiling his graveyard. And my turn, I try to draw 3. He draws 1 response and then counters, taking damage from his City of Brass. I need those 3 cards. That would have got me somewhere. Looks like he's paying some life off that, or rather gaining life. That's what's happening. Maybe gaining and paying. I didn't get to the paying yet. Yep, gaining and paying. Drops a Lotus and a Tundra. And taps a Pearl for a white to plow the Time Elemental, and I bounce the Gloom. Maybe I could have taken my time and bounced the Time Elemental itself, and just replayed it. But here's a moat now. So the moat doesn't really affect me too much. Well, it's half and half. It does stop my factories, but it does not stop the hippies. And my Time Elemental can bounce it if I get another one out. Drop a Gloom though. That's great news for me. And on his turn, he draws to 8 before the Ivory Tower checks, so he's gaining a little extra life. And then he takes some cards from the Sylvan with that extra life. Looks like he's down to 12 now, or 13, something like that. So, I mean, I can get in this game, but he's got a full grip, and I got 1 card. Oh, and he takes out my Gloom, clearing my board. That's not cool. Alright, on my turn, I'm paying 6 for Demonic Hordes. He just counters it. Says no. I mean, we should have expected that was there, but I gotta try something. If I could have stuck it, you know, could have did some work. But now I got an empty hand, he's got a full grip, and it's not looking good. Although, again, I do have draw power in here. If I could draw a Tome, I can use it the same turn even, and maybe get somewhere. Alright, he does a recall here, and he gets 2 counter spells back. Yikes. Okay. He used all 4 counter spells, and he just got 2 back. And here's my book. And there's one of the 2 counter spells he just got back. There's only 1 counter left. It'll be his 6th one. And the Mana Drain was at this game or last game? But I think it was last game. Alright, drops an Abyss. So that kind of really takes out my whole Time Elemental plan, unless I could drop something else along with it, or activate a factory and feed that to the Abyss. Oh no, it doesn't get artifact creatures. Ooh, okay. So that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. Now it's looking kind of grim. So, because I don't really run boomerangs in here, I kind of trust those Time Elementals to do their jobs. Hey, I stripped that Loa finally. A little too late, because if I was keeping track of how many cards that got him, it's way too many. Look at his deck compared to mine. It's like half the size. Alright, what's he gonna do? Regrow on the library. Come on. Man, there's no beating that freaking library. And a second moat. Okay? Okay. Drop a Sapphire and pass. Still just top decking on Hopes and Dreams. And he's still drawing. Drawn into what? I don't know. Is it going to be another Earthquake? Can he even do it? No, I got more life than him. He would have to get the Mirror Universe out again first, swap lives, and then do it. So it's going to be a while until he gets it figured out, I think. Looks like he's got a control magic in his hand. Wow, the amount of answers. Okay. It's kind of like the deck E, I guess, what he's playing. But he did pretty well in the tournament, this guy. I think he actually came in first place. Oh, a Brain Geyser for 8. The draw power in this deck is just uncanny. He could 1-for-1 all day and have an answer for anything I tried doing. Blown away by what's happening here right now. The amount of cards he got off that low alone, plus that 8-card Brain Geyser, Ancestral Recall, just crazy. So I think he's just discarding now. His hand was so massive. And passes to me. I take out that Loa finally. And he just tried... Well, I tried Time Walking and he countered it. Okay. I figured I would do it while he was tapped out. And I didn't even have a follow-through plan. It was just see what I drew and hope it helped. Not that I can even think of anything that would actually help me here, except maybe like a disc. If I had it in my hand already, I could have dropped the disc, walked, and then got it off. But not this round. And now he's time walking, and now checking out his graveyard. He's checking out a walk and that walk he just used and a regrowth. So I guess we're gonna see some kind of something to get those cards out of the graveyard. Figuring out his mana here. And that's right, he cast a second recall here, which is actually restricted in this format. And I did call him out for that, but let us slide. Didn't think it was that big of a deal. And so now he takes his first time walk turn, where he's gonna gain more life off those 2 Ivory Towers. And what are you doing? What are you thinking? Big tap out. Not all the way out, but big tappy. And it's going to be an Earthquake for 10. And he's got the second turn lined up. So that's the end of the game right there. Another Earthquake for 10 on his next Time Walk turn. Gets it done. Alright, that's my round 1. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And hopefully I'll have our next video up and out for next Friday. This is Baron Nick, and I'm done here.